A good day. This is your boy Robert Bob TV Brown with Freedom on Fire Hardcore Politics Edition. Coming with a different setup today. Do want to talk to you heart to heart. I'm not able to go into where I normally do my videos at this moment, but this is okay. I like this. You can see my real color, and it's all natural lights coming from the window. So got a lot to talk about. I'm only going to home in on one area. But Jeff Sessions and him declassifying Obama's, bringing down or dialing down the classification for drugs, doing that just to make that prison profit. Let's get it going again. Let's turn it up, get it going again. Man, that guy, man, I'm telling you, he's going to be a problem. Also, Comey, we already know the deal with Comey. So, with Jeff Sessions as Attorney General, and who knows going to replace Comey, maybe Trey Gowdy. I got no problem with Trey Gowdy being FBI. Trey Gowdy is a real deal dude, and he's about justice for all. I don't know any racist ties or things like that. I've known him to be a good Christian conservative. You may not agree with him, but he don't play when it comes to the law. But let me get off that. And excuse the background noise because it's trash day in the hood, in the Bronx. So today I want to talk about this purity label that they're trying to place on us progressives. I think I want to call this purity versus corruption. So let me say this clear, and this goes for corporate comedians like Bill Maher, Trevor Noah, and Stephen Colbert, whoever. What's the other one? John Oliver. These corporate Democrats that don't know what in the world they talking about or who they talking to. Because I know you ain't talking to us. We're not part of your clan, Doc. And we don't want to be a part of your clan. Most of us are not Democratic. We're progressives. So you can't try to tell us to toe your party line or how much lesser evil is she, much lesser, right? No. Now let me calm down a little bit. I'll deal with you corporate comedians later. Then I'm talking about the corporate news media. Then I want to talk about the corporate politicians, Democratic and Republican alike. And there are, and I know it sounds like an oxymoron, corporate progressives and other parties too. Don't know where to go with this. All right, so they're now trying to call us purists. Why they want to call us purists, I don't know. Let me see if I can find the definition of a purist to clear their scattered brains up a little bit. The corporate, the definition of a purist. Give me a moment. All right, here we go. Purist. Let me get my glasses. Purist, defined by Webster, is a person who has very strong ideas about what is correct or acceptable, and whom usually, let me dig into this a little more. Seems like my Webster definition don't want to go all the way through. Anyway, hang in there with me. A person who adheres strictly and awfully excessively to a tradition, especially one preoccupied with the purity of a language and its protection from the use of foreign or altered form. That is Webster's definition of a purist. Let me tell you what a purist really is. Somebody who don't do no wrong and will hog down on you because you do wrong. They don't do wrong. They always do something right. Now, the new narrative from the Democratic Party elite, the corporate Democrats, is to try to shame you and label you, just like the Bernie Bros and the sexists and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling progressives, don't buy the crap. And if you're watching this corporate comedian, corporate Democrat, corporate Republican, corporate news media. It ain't gonna work. I hope you understand Bill Maher, Noah, whatever his name, Trevor Noah. I hope you do understand, son. First of all, majority of people who didn't vote for Hillary Clinton didn't have no reason to vote for Hillary Clinton because they were part of another party and they believe in they don't believe in theocracy. And they don't believe in having a tyrannical government, so they want to feel free to vote for whoever they want, whether they got a snowball chance in hell or not. You don't vote like that. You vote for the best person you feel is fit for that job. And Clinton and Trump was not it. Like Joe Stein said, it's one death by suffocation and one by gunshot wound. As in Cornel West said, Bill Maher, a neoliberal disaster and a neo-fascist screw up. I paraphrase. You're going to get this and learn this. Corporate comedians, corporate politicians, corporate newscasters, journalists. You can say all you want about progressives. Calling us purists, trying to make it seem like we're better than everybody. No. We're just not going to put up with crookedness. Now, Bill Maher said something so stupid. The lesser two evils. Seemed like Hillary Clinton was much, much lesser than two evils. Let's get this straight. It's not just about the lesser two evils. It's just about evil. That office holds so much weight, so much prestige, so much responsibility that you can't afford to have evil there. Now, I know you said, well, there's a difference between a neo-fascist pig and there's a difference between an imperfect friend. Go ahead with that stupid stuff, man. You think somebody gonna fall for that? No, she's your imperfect friend. But to us, she is a disaster. She was a horrible candidate. She always been a horrible candidate. And she will never be good. She's an elitist who think that something that it's my time. I'm with her. She's an arrogant elitist, spoiled brat that think things should be handed to her. Now, I know you're crying, but Trump, that was the number one song during primary. And we were singing, but Trump and Clinton are bad ideas. Don't go for it. Take your risk on somebody who deserved that office. I'd rather give that office to Gary Johnson before I give it to Hillary Clinton, because at least he's not going to set out to start a war. If Hillary Clinton was the president right now, she wouldn't have just told Russia to move your men out of the base. We're going to bomb them planes. No, she would have bombed the planes with the Russians there, and we would have been a full-out, all-out scale war. Trump was a little more decisive. Both was disasters. And we ain't have to pick one of the two. You probably feel you did, but most of us didn't. And most of us didn't vote for neither one of them turkeys. And there's no blood on our hand. The blood is on your hands. The blood is on your hands. You, as a political leader, with a political commentator show, did not even call out Hillary Clinton for the Clinton emails, the server in her own home with top secret information that Comey said was in there. You didn't talk about that. You didn't talk about how they rigged the election from day one. You ain't talk about none of that. What you want to do is get us to co-sign for evil. And we as progressives have made a decision from this day forward. We're not taking sides. We're taking over. So we're not co-signing for anything. No, we're running over. Now here's my message to Justice Democrat. And I got a lot of respect for Cal. I got limited respect for Cenk Uygur. I got a whole lot of respect for the Humanistic Report. And people at Secular Talk. And Jimmy Dore. And a whole bunch of other people there that's tied up to TYT. course, I'm going to stand up for my boy Tim Black and Jordan Sheridan. I mean, not Jordan Sheridan, but stand up for Tim Black, H.A. Goodman, and Nico House. You doggone right, because they are me. I am them. So I'm going to stand up for my boys. But the bottom line is this. You run, I have no problem with you primarying corporate Democrats. And people, progressives, there should be no problem with you participating in a limited way in that effort. You want to get people like Joe Manchin out of office who's being primaried. You want to get Nancy Pelosi. You want to get Dianne Feinstein, these corporate rich wealthy people out of office. You want to push for any Justice Democrat that they push. You push them. Check the record though. Because just like Weekly Leak just showed, what's his name? Find out, his name escaped me right now. Find out he has ties to Silicon Valley. But most of the politicians don't take an oath of not taking money from corporate donors. But if they want to change their mind and take a new slate, I believe in new beginnings. If you can give me your word, and then I have to trust you by faith. So if this guy, number one, I would be very iffy about supporting him. If he do want to go the way of not taking corporate money from this day forward, he's really going to have to prove himself before he get my backing. But people that's running now that they tend to tout out now, I'll support them because they're progressives. I will look at their record as a progressive giant or a progressive politician. I'll look at their record and see what they've done to show proof that they're progressive. And I will see how tied they are to the money. Okay? You got no ties, I'm going to support you. Like I said, I'm not Democrat, Republican, no, I'm a free will voter. If you are going to commit to the policies of true progressives, and it don't have to be something perfect. There's a list of things that we're pushing you for. And these things you got to commit to it. I'm not saying be perfect at everything, be purist. No, just commit to these things and not be like the corporate Democrats. Then we're going to throw our weight behind you. There you guys going to be perfect. No, we're being strategic, very precise, or we're going to vote with precision. We're going to be very strategic, very thoughtful, and very studious. And all these words I can't pronounce again. We're going to do that with every politician that decides to run against a corporate politician. We want to help people. I don't care what party you are. Remember what I said? Take off your party hats and come together as a voting bloc. If you know, we're talking about the Democrat, somebody running with Democrats, the Democratic versus a Democrat. We're not talking about a Green versus Democrat or a too damn hot versus a Democratic, but a Democratic versus a Democrat. That's what we're talking about right now. We want to support those people who are going to push out the Joe Manchins, push out the Nancy Pelosi's and the Dianne Feinstein, those who don't even want to do single payer. We're going to look at their records. We're going to see the progressive activism. And we're going to get their commitment that they're going to go by that platform. And then we're going to push those people so they can push them out. That's it. Strategic. Push them out. Do that mean I'm going to go all the way with Justice Democrat? No. Because the bottom line is this. You still have free will. You don't have to be a Democrat. And don't join the Democrats to move somebody out of office. If you have to do that, forget it then. But in the general, you can vote for who you want. But some cases, like I did with Bernie, I joined the Democrats to be strategic, to get him into office, even though he was cheated. So whatever you do, if there's somebody primarying a corporate Democrat, put your weight behind them. But if that person lose, do not put your weight behind that corporate Democrat. And this is where Cenk Uygur and majority of the TYT staff dropped the ball. You go hard or go home. No sellouts. We don't take sides. We take over. If my candidate do not win, I am not going to throw my support around a Democrat, especially a corporate Democrat. Let me take this out. You see what I said? TYT, Cal Kalinske, Justice Democrat. I'm very limited in my support for you when it comes to running these candidates. I'll check out their record. I'll check out their progressive activism. And I'll see their stance on not taking money. I don't care if they did in the past. If they say they're not going to do it no more, I'll start a new day of trusting them, even though I may think I'm going to get screwed. But I will support them. But if they lose, don't you dare ask us to support that corporate Democrat. Ain't no way in God's green earth and the devil's red hot fire burning hell I'm going to support a corporate Democrat. I don't care who the crap she is. And I don't care if she's running against the devil himself. I'm not going to vote for her. Well, the devil is the evil of all evils. Just still, but she still got evil in her. So that's not going to happen, Justice Democrats. We'll be strategic. I will be strategic. I will help you in a limited fashion to primary these corporate Democrats. But if these corporate Democrats win, don't you dare ask my support to support a corporate Democrat. That's what Cenk Uygur did at the beginning. That's what Bernie Sanders did. He lost and he said he wasn't going to support Hillary Clinton. That is a definition of sellout. Now, don't get mad, people. That's just what it is. Look up sellout. I mean, you're going to rail against this person, talk about how corrupt they are, and they are. And then when you don't win or your guy don't win, you're going to go support the corrupt politician? Why? Well, I'm going to support this corrupt politician because she is not as corrupt as that politician. No. We don't put in office corrupt politicians. Why? I don't care what level of corruption they in. They can be lower tier, the top tier. It doesn't matter. The point is corruption. And you can expect corruption to happen as they stand in office. And I'm not co-signing for that. No more corrupt politicians. I'm telling you now, this is the time we are not taking sides. TV personality. So you can call us a purist. No, it's not a purist. You just afraid, it's not a purist. We understand people are not perfect. But when you habitually backstabbing the American people and kissing up to the pharmaceutical industry, the military complex, to Wall Street, to payday loaners, when you consistently do that, kiss up to the corporate world because they gave you donations in a huge amount, when you consistently piss, pee, crap, kick in the ribs, stump in the head, shoot, and try to kill the people, and try to kill true progressives running for office, that is not about purity. That's about corrupt, conniving, scheming, calculated, horrible politicians that's in office that need to go. And they're gonna go. Some way, somehow, they got to go. Don't do nothing stupid. No violence. That'll get you in jail. But your vote can be violent. It can be an onslaught, a punch in the face, a kick in the rib, when millions go out there and say, no, I am not voting for you, corporate Democrat. I don't care what your legacy been. I don't care how long you've been in office. It's time for you to say like they said in the chambers of Congress, nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye, Joe Manchin. Goodbye, Dianne Feinstein. Goodbye, Nancy Pelosi. Goodbye, Chuck Schumer. Goodbye, corporate Democrats. And say hello to the Justice Democrat. Now, don't stop there. If a Justice Democrat win that seat, still don't mean that I'm going to vote for a Justice Democrat. If I can find somebody in Draft Bernie that's running under Draft Bernie that has a stronger progressive record than the Justice Democrat, I'm going for the Draft Bernie. Or I'm going for the Green Party. That's what I'm going to do. Look, we done got the corporate Democrat out. Now it's just as Democrat versus Republican or Green or Ain't Too Damn High or People's Party, whatever. I'm going to go with the most progressive person. I don't give a crap what party they're in. Don't you dare expect that just because I support them to knock off the corporate Democrat, that I'm going to support them in the big race. Don't necessarily mean that, son. Nah, son, don't necessarily mean that. I did that strategically as a plot to get rid of the corporate Democrat, which you wanted done and I wanted done. But do that mean I'm going to back your candidate all the way? No, because if I see a more progressive, more staunch progressive in another party that's going to work to get money out of politics, universal health care, none of that wishy-washy, we need to keep Obama. No. No. You could call us Purist all you want, Bill Maher, and anybody else, and say we got a purity test. No, it's not a purity test. It's a no corruption test. We don't want corrupt politicians. We didn't say we didn't want imperfect politicians that's going to make a mistake every now and then, legislating or something like that for war and things like that. Those are dumb mistakes. Everybody make those. But when you habitually do things like the young lady who had, they just had in the news that, her career is done. People like Charlie Ringo with corruption and ethic charges and things like that. And you're taking all this money from big money interests to the point that you're beholden to them more than us when it comes to no cost or low cost prescription from different countries. This is not the time to take sides now. This is a new day. Progressives, you got to take off your freaking party hat and vote as a block. And if you decide you're going to vote for Justice Democrat, be very limited on that. Make sure they are a progressive. I don't give a crap what your name is. You can call your name Justice Bustus. FFAT the Democrat. I don't care. What's your progressive views? Would you sign the bill for universal health care? Would you sign a bill for no-cost education? Would you? And I can go on and on and on, but these two are in my forefront right now. Would you do that? Would you commit to never, ever, ever in life taking corporate money? And if you do, will you resign from position immediately? That's what I'm talking about. It don't matter who you are. It's who's the strongest progressive. So yes, me personally, I will push and support certain Justice Democrat candidates because I want to get rid of those corporate Democrats. But once they got rid of them and they on their stand to go against a Republican or go against a Green Party person or a Liberty Party, once you're in that position, I'm looking for the most progressive person. I'm not going to automatically support a Justice Democrat. I don't care what goes on. It's not going to happen. So, Bill Maher, you can take your purity test and turn that sideways and stick it up your butt. It don't fade me. Because it's not about us being pure. And I like it. Go ahead and call us a purist. It's not about us being pure. It's about us taking a stand against corruption. We are not going to put our weight and our vote behind a corrupt politician. But no, she's not perfect. No, we're not going to put our faith and our finances and have our family go out there and work for a candidate who's going to take PAC money. I don't care if it's your wife. I'm not voting for my wife if she's taking PAC money. And she's a total party line, a sellout. I'm not doing it. So, call us Purist all you want. We might gladly accept that name. But what it is we just people who are not going to put up with corrupt politicians. We're not voting in corrupt politicians. I don't care what their name are and how much a lesser evil or a whole lot of evil they are. If they are corrupt and have a history of doing the evil and being irresponsible and destroying everything they touch, instead of making everything you touch turn to gold, you make everything you touch turn to ashes. We're not voting for that. Real, true progressive not voting for that. I'm done. You think we dummy, MSNBC, CNN, and any other network that call us purists? You actually think that's going to make us feel shame? Oh, I'm not that pure. Oh, I'm not that pure. Oh no, if we have to put in a corporate politician to take money, and they've sold me out 40 million times the piece to his donors, I'm not gonna, no. I'm not perfect. We're perfect in our resolve. So if you want to call us a purity test or a puritist, you can call it what you want. It doesn't fade me or us. The bottom line is, if you reek with corruption, if you smell like you got a hint of corruption on you, get out of here. I smell. If you smell like a corporate Democrat or corporate politician, we will spray you like Raid and get you out of our face. We're not going for you. So you can call us purists? No, it's not a purity test. You just can't pass it because you're a crooked son of a... You know you are. You know you are. You got all kind of ethic problems. You got one now. Probably had one in the future. Probably had one in the past. Oh, let me look at your list of donors. Oh, you want me to support that? All that money you getting from the pharmaceutical industry, Cory Booker? No. Claire McCaskill? Hell no. You gone. You out of here. Don't think just because you beat a corporate a Justice Democrat like Bernie or independent like Bernie, just because you beat them, don't mean we're gonna toe the party line, all fall in line, everybody support. No, I'm the Puma, the original one, baby. Party unity in my behind. It's not about that. Party unity is causing this country to either be stale, stagnant, not able to move, or moving backwards. Because everybody talking about, well, you gotta support the party leader no matter if they plan on kissing up the Wall Street when he should have been locking them up and going doing a $400,000 speech on behalf of those people who are diametrically against the working class. We're not putting up with that crap no more. That day is dead. And the younger generation are smarter than you could ever be. I can find a 23-year-old person right now, Bill Maher, and her brains and her fervor and her fire is greater than yours could ever be on any day. Just because you got a show don't make you better than them. They got more guts, more heart, more class, more fire, and a loyal heart to progressivism versus towing the party line and going with the so much more lesser of the two evil. Dude, you are a joke. You are a joke. White man living in California making millions of dollars, probably got a convertible Mercedes-Benz or a Bentley, riding around and listening to the Beach Boys. I wish they all could be California girls like Hillary Clinton. Man, if you don't take your California rich, white, elitist behind out of the public face, the people's face, get out of here. Trevor Noah, you just got that job, man. You're not even from this freaking country, so shut up. Same thing with you, John Oliver. These Brits gonna come over here and try to tell us how we should vote? Man, you got to be kidding me, man. Take your arm and stick it. Let me stop. Because you definitely got a spoon up there. You towing the party line because the networks are paying you big money. And you don't want to buck up against them because you out of here and can be replaced. You can be replaced. As soon as Colbert stepped down, John Oliver, your show stepped up. As soon as what's his name stepped down, Trevor, you got that job. You suck ups. You touring the party line. Wish you would talk to American people and your butt is not even from here. Get out of here, man. You're from Africa, man. Get out of here. Till you become a real American, live as American for years, shut your doggone mouth up. So call us purists all you want. No, we're just people that's tired of corruption. And we're not going to put up with corruption. And if we smell it, we're not supporting you. We're not supporting you. If you are corrupt and you do things underhandedly on purpose, we don't want you. I don't care what kind of monster you're running against. We don't want neither one of you, and I'm not going to choose you over them. This is not that boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Hey, baby, it's either me or him. I'm the type of person say, screw both of y'all. I don't want neither one of you. I'll go get me a fresh girl. You gonna try and get me to try to pick between you two? Get out of here. Both of you a joke. You want to get me another girl. You cuss me out. You can't cook. You're lame intimately. You want me to choose you? And your big mouth, always in some kind of stupid mess. You're very irresponsible. You don't even pay your freaking bills. You want me to pick you? Nah, I just met a girl. She's a doctor. She take care of her own. She look good too. And all she needs is a little companionship. We going out tonight. So you two boys, y'all can go play with yourselves. You two girls, y'all can do what, y'all can go somewhere. I don't need neither one of you. I don't need any corporate Democrat at all in any party. In this day and age, our mantra is we're not taking sides ever again. We're taking over. I hope you get this message. We are not taking sides. We're taking over. So if you want to call us pure, that's fine. We'll take it, but we're not really trying to be pure. We're just not going to deal with corruption. And you and your candidates want to continue to walk in that corruption, and that's why you're labeling us purists. Because you don't want to feel so bad about you and your undermining ways of being a politician. You got to get on that gravy train. You got to get that cheddar. You got to get that dollar bill, y'all. And I got to get it from my donors. And I got to raise money on the foundation and use some of that money for myself. Go ahead with that stuff, man. We're not putting up with these politicians. And if you're progressive and you even thinking about using us for a vote and then you're going to turn corporate later, believe me, we're going to continue with this, taking off our party hats and come together as one voting block. And if we see 1 ounce of you turning coat, you're only going to get a couple of years and you're out. I'll let you know, anybody who kissed the corporate ring, whether it's comedians, newscasters, politicians, no matter where you are, if you're going to kiss the corporate ring, you can kiss your feet goodbye. I'm Bob TV. Peace.